You're having a great time. Hey guys, we are live today. I hope that you're having a great time. This is Amani. Welcome to the channel. So today I'm just talking about physical fitness and why is it very important for your body, for your health, and for your daily operation. Because I call my body as a business. So every part of my life is just the kind of business because I plan my body and I want my body to function very well so that it can accommodate everything. If you're not doing well health wise, something is wrong. And for me, I take care of my body because I understood very early on that my body is the temple. And if my body is the temple of God, so I have to take care of my body so much. So it's not an option to do my physical fitness activities. Actually, it's my responsibility because I've got the responsibilities to make sure that my body is working, is functioning. So when did I start even working out? That's for a long time. Being almost at 35 in a few months, it's not just a normal thing. It's a very special gift. So making sure that I live when my body is also physically fit, that's also my responsibility because that is how I manage to stay at par. That's how I manage to stay participating in my life at a full capacity. Some people are just living a life that they cannot maximize their efforts. That's what happens when you are not very, physically fit. There's some activities that you are excluded because that's how you were. But that's not what I want every one of you to do or to be participating in their life. Because your life, it's general, it's not your life. You have just a part of it that you play. So then you need to play it at the full capacity, at the maximum. So being physically fit is one of the elements that will help you to stay in the game and make sure that you play your part of your existence in a good way. So being physically fit, it's not about being a bouncer that you're weighing 100 kilogram and you have big biceps and triceps and all those things. But being in a balanced life where you're not too much or you're also not too small because they are also not good. Like being in that position, that is being physically fit. So that's where I want you to be. So I'm going to share my journey of being physically fit and how it started just by accident. I never meant to be physically fit, but by accident, because of the situation, I become physically fit. So I started being physically fit when I was in my high school, when I started high school. And as you said, it came by accident. So I was not meant to start being physically fit. So actually, I started my high school, when I was late, around 19 years old. That's when I got back in school from being a street child. So what I did was I was in a group of students. You know, this is a hard moment for me to remember. I like to go back and reflect because it brings a lot of memories of back then. So when I was in high school studying, I was not a good student. I admit I was among the last performers in the classroom. And what happened is that I had to lead a lot. I had to learn a lot in order for me to be the person that I wanted to become. So I didn't look at my age as an obstacle. I decided to make it an opportunity for me to move forward because that's what I wanted. So because of that, I had to lead a lot, and I had to not enjoy every privilege or every activity that everyone else is attending or enjoying because I had extra work in order to catch up with them. So that was like the hard part of my life in high school. So because of that reality, then I would be mostly very tired in the evening. Maybe not even in the evening, but because I never went to sleep in the evening when I was in high school, I would go to sleep almost in the midnight or beyond that. So to wake up very early and go back to the notes, it would be very hard for me. So I never had to do that. So what I did was to make sure that I would wake up and do a workout. So it would be like, you know, making rounds of runs around the basketball court like 10 times or 20, 15, or doing a close run around the neighborhood of the school, or jumping a rope for a lot of, times that I couldn't even remember how many. And then also doing like 100 push-ups or 8 push-ups in the morning. So those exercises would take me back to my, days and be ready to sleep. I mean, be ready to start a day after that long night. So that used to be my getaway from, doing a lot of studies. So I started being physically fit by then and I never went back. So it is by accident because I never wanted to do that. But I just found like those would be activities that would help me relax, get back to my situation and be in a position that I could do my classes very well. I admit sometimes I would be sleeping in a class because it would be too much. And I think that was understandable. But now, since then, I've been doing my sports as normal, almost on a daily basis, and look how I look. So my being almost 35, I still look very physically fit. I still do a lot of sports. I still play a lot of games. That's normal to someone like you who want to change your life. So playing a lot of games, making sure you do a lot of practice. Some of the young people are really, really stronger and very smart. But you have to make sure that you always do your sports, make sure you work out and remain confident. And you're gonna do a lot. So being physically fit, it's not a wish that you want to have. Now that being physically fit, it's all about the commitment, but also the responsibility. Because when you're not physically fit and you go through some problems, mostly you end up being a burden to some people. And that's not what we want. So being physically fit is on your own protection, protecting your family, protecting your community, and protecting the nation. Because the better you can look, the better you can handle. So the better you can understand. So that means you need to protect the look, which is the body. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you in another video. All right.